Let's pick up 2 bows, the jacket and the sword. Maybe let's place the bow there. Let's save the game, exit, play again, and this should be working. Hey there, I'm your host Lesoe, and this is part 25 of the inventory series. In today's video, I had planned to save and load the items in the world, but decided to do that with the character equipment instead first. So that said, let's begin. Let's start by going to our content drawer, our save system folder, and our save game blueprint for our player data. Now in here, we want to add an additional variable to store our equipment. So I'll call it character equipment. And for the type, we'll do s_item slot. And you want this to be an array. And let's compile and save. Next on the list, we want to go to our blueprint interface. And in here, select your save player data and add in an additional variable for our character equipment. And again, s_item slot, make this an array, and let's compile and save. Next, let's open up our game instance blueprint. And in here on event save player data, we just want to update this as well. We have an additional new pin. So let's do get that, and we'll do set character equipment. Plug that in. And let's also double click here and here, and there we go. Compile and save. Next, we want to go to our character equipment component. So we'll go to our inventory system and character equipment. Let's open up the full blueprint, and we want to create a new function called get equipment data. In here, we just want a return node, and we want to return the item slots. Now, if you don't see this, simply go on the gear icon here on the left and do show inherited variables. If you hide them, you don't see it. So if you take them again, you can see them. Let's output this. And let's also call this character equipment data. And let's compile and save. One more thing, click on this and make this a pure function. Our next function is going to be called load equipment data. In here, I want to set the item slots and return this pin to the start. Let's also call this equipment data. And we want to grab our inventory size and do a resize to whatever this array is. Whoops. We then want to equip the item. And that's that. So let's compile and save. Next, on the event graph, we want to right click on event begin play and do a add to call parent function. So if you don't have this already, add it in. And we're doing this because this is a child class of the inventory component. So it needs it in order to run our own code here. And we will do does save game exist. And in here, we will do slot 1. We'll get a branch. And we'll do get game instance. And do a get game data message. From here, we want to break this open. And from the player data, we can do is valid. So if it's valid, if something's there, we will get the character equipment, and then we can load our equipment data here, like so. And this pin goes there, and let's compile and save. Next, let's open up our save system and our blueprint function library. In here on the save player data function, let's get our character equipment component, and we can do get equipment data and then simply plug it in. And let's compile and save. Before we go and test this, let's go to our content drawer and right click on anything and do show in Explorer. Now with that, let's go to the project name, go to saved, and go to save games. We don't have anything in here. That means we don't have any saves. So let's play. We should have an empty inventory, and we do. Let's pick up 2 bows, the jacket and the sword. Maybe let's place the bow there. Let's save the game, exit, play again, and this should be working. So this is it for the video. In the next episode, we'll be saving the items in the world. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, leave a like, and as always, happy developing!